Your emotional health matters. It is the foundation of everything else. When your emotional health deteriorates, your relationships suffer, your work suffers, your creativity suffers, your faith suffers. Bad people are like emotional termites. They eat away at your confidence, your joy, and your self-worth from the inside out. And often, you don't even realize how much damage they've done until the structure starts collapsing. You wake up one day and you don't recognize yourself. You wonder why you're so tired, so anxious, so numb. But it started the day you ignored the warning signs and let someone stay who was never meant to have access to you in the first place. Recognizing bad people early protects your emotional architecture before the damage becomes invisible but devastating. There are battles you were never meant to fight. There are scars you were never supposed to carry. There are recoveries you were never meant to need. But when you ignore the signs, when you excuse the red flags, when you convince yourself that loyalty requires self-destruction, you sign up for pain that God was trying to spare you from. Protecting yourself is not selfish, it's stewardship. You have one mind, one heart, one spirit, and they are the instruments through which your purpose flows. If those instruments are constantly under attack by bad company, your song will never be played at the volume heaven intended. Recognizing bad people early is how you stay in tune with your divine calling. Whatever relationship you allow into your life either pulls you closer to God's plan or pushes you further away. There are no neutral relationships. Some people pour gasoline on your fire, others pour water on it. Some people remind you of who you are, others make you forget. Some people activate your courage, others amplify your fear. If you don't learn to recognize who is who early on, you will waste years climbing mountains that lead to nowhere, building bridges that collapse, fighting for people who were never fighting for you. Not everyone deserves access to your sacred spaces. Access is a privilege, not a right. Discernment teaches you that love does not mean unlimited access. Understand this. Your peace, your destiny, and your emotional health are not negotiable. They are not things you compromise to keep the wrong people comfortable. You were not created to live perpetually drained, perpetually confused, perpetually stressed, just to maintain fake connections. If someone's presence consistently costs you your peace, that's God speaking to you. If someone's energy consistently clouds your clarity, that's God warning you. Someone's behavior consistently damages your emotional health, that's not a test you need to pass. It's a trap you need to escape. You owe it to your future to be ruthless about who you allow into your present. You owe it to the dreams inside you to create an environment where they can thrive. You owe it to the healed version of you to make choices today that protect your growth tomorrow. Stop feeling guilty for listening to your spirit. Stop apologizing for honoring your peace. Stop explaining why you had to walk away from what was killing you quietly. Bad people will make you feel like you owe them loyalty. But loyalty to someone who is loyal to your destruction is not loyalty. It's self-betrayal. Recognizing bad people early is not an act of cruelty. It's an act of self-love. It's an act of obedience to the divine destiny placed inside you. You are here to build, to shine, to create, to lead, to love from a place of strength, not survival. Every time you allow someone toxic to linger in your life, you dilute the strength of your life. But every time you honor what your spirit tells you, Every time you choose peace over chaos, clarity over confusion, destiny over distraction, you move one step closer to the life you were born to live. You will not be able to take everyone with you. Some people are not meant for the heights you are climbing to. They are weights, not wings. And if you refuse to release them, you will never soar. Recognizing bad people early is how you travel light. It's how you move faster. It's how you keep your focus sharp and your spirit fresh. Don't be afraid to lose people who are only ever sent to delay you. Don't mourn the loss of relationships that would have cost you your future. Let what needs to go, go. Let who needs to leave, leave. Bless them, release them, and keep climbing. You have places to go. You have mountains to conquer. You have souls to inspire. You have dreams to fulfill. And you cannot afford to carry dead weight any longer. Recognize the signs early. Trust what you see. Honor what you feel. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. Protect your destiny like generations are depending on it, because they are. Protect your emotional health like it's the fuel for your future, because it is. You are too valuable, you are too powerful, you are too anointed to let bad people drain what God placed inside you. Your light is needed, your voice is needed, your vision is needed, and every time you say no to toxicity, every time you walk away from manipulation, every time you cut off the wrong attachment, you say yes to purpose, you say yes to healing, you say yes to favor, you say yes to God's best for you. Recognize them early, move on early, heal early, protect your peace early, fight for your future early, because everything you desire, the peace, the love, the success, the impact, is waiting for the healed, whole, powerful version of you that rises after you stop entertaining people who were never meant to sit at your table. The sooner you recognize bad people, the faster you can align with the extraordinary life you were designed to live. Don't delay your destiny another minute for people who don't even deserve a second chance. Choose you. Choose your peace. Choose your calling. Your future will thank you. Bad people are not always obvious. They don't always come into your life wearing a warning label or carrying a flashing red light. Many times they come wearing a smile. They come cloaked in charm, pretending to have good intentions. They know how to mirror what you want to see. They study you. They observe what you need, what you're looking for, what you're missing, and then they shape-shift to fit the role. That's why you cannot always trust appearances, words, or early impressions. Sometimes the people who say the right things are the ones you must be most careful around. Evil doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, it flatters, it acts like a friend. And if you aren't grounded, if you aren't rooted in discernment, you will find yourself attached to people who are secretly planting the seeds of your destruction while pretending to water your garden. Recognizing bad people early is not about becoming judgmental. It's about protecting your peace, your destiny, and your emotional health. You are called to a higher purpose. You are not here to waste years of your life recovering from wounds that could have been avoided if you had listened to the early warnings. Every person you allow close to you either adds to your journey or subtracts from it. Either they fuel your growth or drain your strength. Either they bless you or burden you. That's why wisdom demands you learn to recognize patterns and stop excusing behavior that shows you exactly who someone really is. Your life is too valuable to let the wrong people sabotage your progress. Another mark of a bad person is consistent selfishness. At the core, they are users. They seek relationships for what they can extract, not for what they can contribute. You'll notice it. You'll be the one always giving, always adjusting, always sacrificing, while they take and take and take without ever pouring back into you. In their world, other people are just tools to get what they want. There's no mutuality, no real respect. It's a one-way transaction masked as connection. But real love, real friendship, real partnership is reciprocal. When you find yourself consistently empty after dealing with someone, take a step back. That's not a relationship, that's a transaction with a thief. Bad people also have no respect for boundaries. You can tell them 100 times where your line is and they'll keep trying to step over it. They treat your no like it's negotiable. They view your comfort zones not as walls to be respected, but as challenges to be broken down. Someone who genuinely cares about you will honor your boundaries because they care about your well-being. Someone who consistently ignores, mocks, or disrespects your boundaries does not love you. They seek to control you. Control disguised as affection is not love, it's manipulation. The longer you allow people to violate your boundaries, the harder it becomes to remember you even have the right to set them. Jealousy and envy are poison signs you must never ignore. Bad people are not happy when you succeed. They are threatened. They might smile, they might congratulate you with their mouth, but their heart is tight with resentment. They secretly compete with you. They silently hope you fail. You can feel it. Their support feels hollow. Their energy feels cold when you shine. Their conversations shift when your blessings grow. Listen, real friends, real family, real partners celebrate you without hidden agendas. They don't clap with one hand while stabbing you with the other. Beware of people whose joy shrinks when your life expands. Another dangerous sign is gossip and slander. Bad people thrive on tearing others down to lift themselves up. Their conversations are full of negativity, rumor, and division. They love to tell you about what others are doing wrong because it distracts from their own flaws. A person who will gossip about others to you will gossip about you to others. On expectations, trust me when I tell you, if their mouth is a weapon when you're not the target, it's only a matter of time before you become the next victim. Stay away from those who build entertainment on the brokenness of others. Their foundation is rotten. And if you build anything with them, your foundation will crumble too. Bad people refuse accountability. No matter what happens, they are never wrong. It's always someone else's fault. It's always another person who made them do it, pushed them, stressed them out, set them up. They will twist every situation to make themselves the victim. The truth is, accountability is a sign of maturity. If someone cannot own their mistakes, they cannot grow. If they cannot grow, they will stunt your growth too. You cannot build anything lasting with someone who tears down every mirror that shows them their own reflection. Accountability is the beginning of healing, but bad people fear it because it exposes the truth they are working so hard to hide. Hidden cruelty is another trait of a bad person. They enjoy others pain. They might not say it out loud, but you can see it in their smirk when someone falls. You can feel it in their jokes that punch down instead of lifting up. They mock, belittle, and find amusement in someone else's struggle. It reveals a dark heart, a heart that is far from empathy, compassion, and real humanity. When you spot hidden cruelty, when you see someone laugh a little too hard at someone else's fall, don't ignore it. A person who can delight in your downfall is not someone who deserves a front row seat in your life. Bad people are opportunists. They show up when they need something. They are available when they can gain something. But the moment you need them, silence, disappearance, excuses. True character is revealed not in how people act when they need you, but in how they act when you need them. Opportunists are relational parasites. They drain you when it benefits them and abandon you when it doesn't. If you are always there for someone, but they are never there when you are in need, recognize that the relationship is imbalanced and it's not going to get better. Cut ties before their opportunism depletes your spirit. Habitual betrayal is a massive red flag. If someone has betrayed you once and you forgive them, that's mercy. But if they betray you repeatedly, that's a pattern. And patterns don't lie. People who betray your trust, leak your secrets, disrespect your loyalty, and minimize your sacrifices are showing you they never truly valued you. Betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. It often comes from those who pretended to be friends. Guard your heart. Once trust is broken, it can be forgiven, but it should not always be restored. Trust is a gift, and once someone proves they can't handle it, stop handing it back to them. Finally, one of the most subtle but powerful signs of bad people is the way they affect your energy. When you leave their presence, you feel drained, heavy, anxious, confused. You might not even be able to explain it, but your spirit knows. Your inner being senses what your mind is still trying to process. Pay attention to your peace. Pay attention to your nervousness. Pay attention to the heaviness that lingers after certain interaction. People don't have to physically harm you to damage you. Their energy alone can. If being around someone feels like surviving rather than thriving, that is not your tribe. That is a warning. Trust your intuition. God gave you a discerning spirit for a reason. It's not paranoia. It's not overthinking. It's protection. Discernment is a divine gift that will save you from years of heartache if you honor it. Stop silencing the alarms going off inside you because you're afraid of being rude, judged, or misunderstood. Your peace is too precious to sacrifice for the sake of politeness. Recognizing bad people early is not cruelty, it's clarity. It's wisdom. It's survival. Protect your spirit. Protect your destiny. Protect your peace. Because what you allow in your life today will either nourish or destroy your tomorrow. You are called to something higher. You are meant for greater. You are anointed for impact, purpose, and legacy. And not everyone deserves access to your journey. Choose wisely. Move boldly. Cut off what needs to be cut without apology. Love yourself enough to say no, to say goodbye, to say I deserve better, because you do. You always have. And the faster you recognize the signs, the faster you will align with the life you were born to live, free, focused, and fully walking in your God-given purpose.